Somebody cue the anchors.
KHOU 11 News starts now.
And cue the anchors.
Tonight we are following breaking news in Northeast Houston. Two
Lives up.
HISD school buses have collided at the
my
intersection
boxes.
of Walker and Bon Air. At least 6 students have been taken to the hospital.
Briggs White is
Boxes
live
are
at the scene right now. What can you tell us now, Briggs?
And she's up. Anchor mics are clear.
A very busy and emotional scene, guys, as parents are arriving here trying to check on their kids, seeing if they're okay. Here are the two buses involved, this big school bus behind me and this smaller one just in the distance there. These two were involved in some sort of crash just moments ago. Behind them is a group of students and parents. Right now, district officials are working to reunite families. We also have footage from Air 11 we want to show you now of this crash in Northeast
Get back out to
Houston.
live, then go
What we
into
know is
2-on-2
6
shot.
kids and 1 adult have been transported to local hospitals with some sort of injuries. We don't know at this point how severe, but HISD has confirmed this was a school bus crash with injuries, and they are working right now to reunite families. Back out here live, you can see there's lots of parents on scene and
Going 2-on-2 shot
investigators
next.
trying to figure out what happened. We still don't know the cause of this crash. We'll have much more for you coming up live on
Here we go.
KHOU.
This is my two. Anchor mics
Live
are
in
open.
Houston, Grace White, KHOU 11 News.
And scary stuff. And we got breaking news
Two
tonight.
seconds.
More of
Thank
the
you,
two
Grace.
men arrested
my
after
live.
leading police on a chase that lasted almost 30 minutes.
It happened in Southeast Houston. Our Marcelina Benito is live at the scene
Lives
with
up.
details. Marcelina.
Anchor mics are clear.
Okay,
Going
that
to a
chase
VO
ended
next.
Here at the intersection of Old Spanish Trail and Scott. Take a look behind me. You can see that darker Saturn vehicle. That is believed to be the suspect's vehicle. 2 suspects bailed out of that car and were taken into custody. If I pan you over to the right, you'll see the victim's vehicle. An innocent woman was driving that red SUV and was hit as the chase went through this intersection. Now, we did shoot some video moments after
Video's
we
up.
arrived after this crash.
You going to
can
sound
see
next?
The woman being cut out of the SUV by the firefighters and rushed to an ambulance and taken to a local hospital. Now, we are told by police just moments ago that that woman suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Now, HPD telling us that this started when they believed they spotted a car tied to an aggravated robbery on Broadway last night. Suspects refused to stop when police tried pulling them over. It ended at Scott and Old Spanish Trail, and we talked to a witness
my
who saw
sound?
it all unfold right before.
Sounds up. This is 20 seconds.
Sound
IQ has fell down. Be back out to live. Fold and going to Cam 1 T2 Plaza Sherman.
They struck the red SUV,
10 seconds.
hurting her pretty badly. The 2 suspects exited the vehicle. One was pretty
5
bad.
away.
He tried to come out of the vehicle, but he was unsteady and fell down.
And cue to live. Live's up.
So
Going
that
to Cam 1
suspect was
T2
taken to a
Plaza
local
Sherman next.
hospital as
Eventually
well.
going to
One
another
other
live.
suspect is here on scene in that squad car you see on your screen right now. Again, this intersection completely closed right now. No getting in or out of it. If you can avoid this area, I advise you to do so if at all possible. For now, we are
Stand by
live
camera one.
in Southeast
Anchor mics
Houston.
are
I'm
open.
Marcelino Benito, KHOU 11 News.
And
by.
one's
Mess
up.
out there.
You're
Thank
clear.
you,
Thank
Marcelina.
you.
Stand by
A
live.
man was busted after being caught trying to rob an undercover cop at a bank. It was like a scene from Fast and Furious as the suspect fled, flipping cars along the way. Our Rex Russell live in Southwest Houston.
Live's up.
Cute.
Anchor mics
Yeah,
are
we've
clear.
been here for a couple
Gonna do a
of
package
hours.
next.
This is where police nabbed the guy, but the chase ended right up there at that intersection.
Package is up.
Feeling kind of
This is
fortunate.
124.
Plus,
IQ shouldn't
Dennis
happen.
company car
Try this back
are
out
a
to the
little
live.
dinged up after he says this black SUV approached him from behind and sideswiped him on Richmond Avenue.
And I pulled into a median, thinking he would stop. He kept going.
Kept going, but not for long, because at Hillcroft and Westheimer,
It's crazy. This is the first time.
Marcia Echevria, driving
Minute
her
away.
brand new red compact, unwittingly stood in the way.
I was, oh my Jesus. So I thought I was going to die because he came so strong that, he flipped my car.
Here's the damage. He flipped it right into Jeff Hopefeld's sedan.
I'm just a little shaken up. I'm not used to being into a hit and run like that.
It all started at this Southwest Houston
About
bank,
30
where
seconds.
Undercover gang officers
30
were
away.
doing some proactive policing. They say the driver of the Navigator followed an officer who was carrying a bank bag and attempted to rob him with a tire iron.
He jumped back into his vehicle. A chase ensued.
It came to a crashing in. The suspect ditched his vehicle and tried to
Back
run
out to
away.
live and going to a
He did
VO.
not
Eventually going to
get far.
boxes with
This
Dave
just
at the
happened to
wall.
be, one of those days, right? Place,
10
right time.
seconds.
Not for him,
IQ
and
shouldn't
not for
happen.
the people he hit along the way.
I think I'm
Stand
alive.
5 away.
I'm glad I'm alive because this shouldn't happen.
And cue the live.
Cue.
The
Lives
suspect
up.
is facing multiple charges,
Going to a VO
including
next.
evading arrest and obviously attempted robbery. Fortunately, no one was hurt here today. I'm live
Anchor
in
mics are
Southwest
open.
Houston. Russ Russell, KHOU 11 News.
And VO's up.
A little
Cue the
wild
anchors.
out there.
Clear,
It was a
thank
rainy
you.
day all across Texas.
Going to boxes
especially
next with Dave at
the
the wall.
Dallas-Fort Worth areas where they got some flash flooding, and a few vehicles even had to be rescued from high water.
Here in Houston,
Boxes
not
are up.
rainy, but man, it is muggy.
And sunny. David Paul, the
Frank,
Weather
can you
Center,
hear
to
me?
break down the week's forecast. David?
And that's exactly what I'm starting with, guys.
Hey,
It
yeah,
is
we're
muggy,
supposed to
it is
dump all that
sunny. This is live
You gonna
at
came
the
through
Briscoe
T1
Union
Plaza
High
next?
School in
Yeah, can you hear me
Richmond,
all right?
Fairfield County. No kids on the playing field right now, but if you've got a son or a daughter or a kid out on the practice field
No,
this
I
season
didn't,
or
but
the
we'll
next
change
couple
that.
of afternoons in a row, make sure they've got water because
850
it
is
is
just a
getting
sot, it's
uncomfortable
not
out
sot
there.
here.
We're mid-80s.
Which
We've
one?
really warmed up.
What
this
was that?
afternoon.
850?
85 at Bush Hobby,
850.
86 Pearland,
Okay.
87.
Gotcha.
But factor in that humidity and you get the feels like heat index.
Copy,
Feels
850,
like
just a
90 in Pearland, feels like 90 at Hobby. Got to make sure you're drinking
Right.
water and taking breaks in that weather. Now, no rain out
Going
here
to
for
Cam
the
3
moment,
T1
but
Plaza
I'm
Len
tracking a
next.
couple of showers, trying to get toward Victoria.
So then a
We'll
couple
take another
minutes.
look at those, and then I'll show you why this big spin out here in West Texas is about to give us another round of rain. Back with y'all in just
Anchor
a
mics
few
are open.
More rain. Thank you, sir. United
3-7.
Airlines plane skidded
This is
off
my
a
VO.
rain-slick runway at Bush Airport today.
VO's
The
up.
Boeing
You're going to
737
sound
is
next.
dead.
ended up in a muddy
A34 is
field,
dead.
tilting to one
A34
side.
is dead.
Flight
That's deadly
1545
Dallas
had just
crash.
arrived from Vegas. Passengers said
Yes.
they knew
my
something
sound?
was up the moment the plane touched down.
Sounds up.
Usually you hear the
22
engines,
seconds,
you
that
know,
cues and okay
reverse
laughs.
thrust or whatever, and you start to slow down. Well, we didn't quite do that right
Do I
away.
need to float my Rubio stuff?
And I remember sitting there going, okay, we should be kind of
Yeah, like within the
slowing
next
down.
10 seconds.
Then, you know, at some point it was all
Can
of
you
a sudden
insert something
hard
in
on
the
the
Five
brakes,
away.
reverse thrust, and okay, you know.
Cue Len.
Okay.
You have Cam
Passengers
3
had to
centered
stay
up
on the
next.
plane for about an hour and
Yeah,
45 minutes
do I need
until
to
the
float that
airline found
right now?
stairs that were long enough to reach the doors. We're happy to say all
This is my three.
167
I can't.
passengers and 6 crew members
Okay.
got off safely.
All right. Okay.
Three's
A
up.
very sad story
This is my
tonight
graphic.
out of South Texas. A 3-year-old boy died after drinking a cleaning product at a car wash.
Graphics up.
Police in Laredo say
You have
as
Cam
the
1
father
T2
was
Plaz
washing his
Sherman
vehicle
next.
at the car wash, the little boy drank an aluminum cleaner that happened to be in a bottle of water. The health department hopes people heed this as a warning to
This is
never
my
take
camera one.
household chemicals out of their original container.
One's up.
Dad's devastated.
Oh, horrible.
Megabus traveling from
It's my
Chicago
VO full.
to Atlanta crashed, injuring 19
VO's
people.
up.
Thankfully,
You going to
no
sound
injuries,
next?
Only minor. This happened about 5:30 this morning along I-65 near Indianapolis. Police say the megabus carrying
So he's there on
63
set, please, I don't think
passengers
you'd be able
struck
to-
the back of a semi, which was stopped because of construction.
see
That force was strong enough
Sat
to push the
three.
semi
Yeah, but you
into
wouldn't be
2
able to-
other cars.
Sounds up. 13 seconds, that cue is no one did.
When it first hit,
everyone-
the whole
10 seconds.
If you can punch it up live,
and there's people sitting right out there, so I thought that there was like
I don't know if you can, but I don't know.
Here we go.
Okay, never mind.
Cue.
This is the 4th
You going to another
crash in
VO next?
Indiana involving a megabus since October.
Next VO's up.
Here at home, a school bus full of elementary
You going to sound
school
next?
kids was
Reminder that
hit
39 through
Houston.
32
When,
dead. 39 through 42, excuse me.
Right now as we speak.
39 through 42
Kids
dead.
on the Spring ISD bus. Happily, no one was
Listen to my
hurt.
sound.
The bus barely had a dent, but the driver of the other car totaled his vehicle.
And that
He
is
says
the
he
next
was
story.
trying to stop as the light turned yellow, but he began to slide because of those slick roads.
8:39.
Sounds
I
up.
was scared when it hit the bus, but I knew it was coming, and then
Next story is.
Now cue is wasn't good.
It just wasn't good.
Cue. You have
Another
Cam
bus
3
came
T1
by to
Plaz
take
next
the kids to
for
school. Authorities
8:43.
still trying to figure
Here we
out
go.
who exactly was at fault.
Cue
The
Len.
list of presidential candidates
This is my
keeps
VO.
growing, and right now as we speak, Florida Senator Marco Rubio is making his announcement that he's in it, he's
Yes,
running. Rubio is the 3rd Republican to run behind
Going to another
Senators
VO
Ted
next.
Cruz
Then you have to 2
and
on
Rand
2
Paul.
shot going to another
right
live.
now, Rubio is polling in the middle of the GOP primary pack, trailing Jeb Bush and Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker.
Next VO's up.
Hillary Clinton's campaign kicked into high gear today. The former
right,
Secretary
30
of
away.
That's
State,
2 on 2 shot
Senator
going to
and
boxes
First
with the
Lady
next live.
is in a van on a road trip to Iowa, and she's posting pictures on social media of the people she's meeting, voters along the way. It is all part of a strategy reflected in her mission statement that says, quote, "We are humble and we take nothing for granted."
This is my camera
Tomorrow
two.
she'll hold her first campaign event. And J.J. Watt is
Two's up.
making impressive moves.
My
this
boxes with the
offseason.
live.
He's always doing something. Now he set a personal box jump record, and you're gonna like this video because it's ridiculous.
It is. Reka Mutaraj is
Boxes
live
up.
in the heights to show us what Mr. Watt is up to these days. Reka?
And she's up. Anchor mics are clear.
JJ
This is my
Watt's
view.
jump, very impressive. In fact, just ask these guys at this CrossFit gym. That's because they do box jumps as part of their routines. Now, a lot of people here said they can do 30, maybe 40 inches, but that feels like nothing compared to all of this. Check out the video.
Theo's up. She
This
can,
video
okay.
from his Facebook
Didn't know it was a
page
nap
shows
pop,
the
but it
Texas
worked out.
superstar leaping a whopping 61 inches vertically. Now, as far as we know, there are no official records
You going to
set
sound
for
next?
box jumping, but Watt actually set a personal record. Now, earlier this year, he attempted to do the same thing, but he failed to clear 61 inches. Box jumping, as you can see, isn't easy. We talked to the owner of this CrossFit gym about why Watt's feat is so impressive.
Sounds up. 14 seconds. Actually, was less than him.
And just saw no trailing. Who have college sports backgrounds, they can do
5 away. Still my
40
live.
inches, maybe around 50 inches, but they weigh 100 pounds less than him.
And Q live.
Q.
Live's up.
Now, coming
You got a
up,
2-on-2
it's
shot next for the start of the tees.
Leap also explains a change in endorsement deals for the Texan star. For now, we're live in the Heights.
Still my
Reka
two.
Mutaraj,
Anchor mics are open.
KHOU 11 News.
And 2's up.
Really something.
You're
Really
clear,
something.
thanks.
Still ahead, the sentencing of Jodi Arias, convicted of murdering her lover. Today, she found out her fate.
And a multi-million-dollar mistake. Wait till you see the tax bill the IRS sent to a high school teacher saying she owes millions.
And Kim Ye flying around the world with a special mission. Why they had to make a pit stop in the holy city of Jerusalem.
Plus, unhappy with air
This is my
service,
sound.
a new report out today casting a dark shadow over the airline industry.
And sounds up. 6 seconds. Now Q's license plates. Still my break.
On cars have cameras that read license plates.
2:10 break. Good first block.